Welcome to Haken, an Animal Crossing podcast, your podcast dedicated to all things Animal Crossing. Episode 212 is brought to you by Emily, Andreas Gentz, and Samantha B., some of our newest Patreon patrons. This episode is also possible thanks to our producers, For the Whim, Tiger Yuri, Tab, and Mikey Toe. This week, Nina, Sergio, and I will be introducing the art for December on Haken. Then, we'll have a huge discussion on how Animal Crossing's online can improve in the future, and then from there, we'll be talking a little bit about how we are doing with Toy Day. So to begin, hello, Sergio. How are you doing?
Hi, Chuy. Hello, everybody. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a nice weekend. Not as much gaming as I wish I had. I want to play more Pokemon for sure in Animal Crossing, but it's been good. It's been productive. It's been fun.
Awesome. And then, hi, Nina. How are you doing?
Hey, I have been doing lots of gaming because a new season
Oh,
of Sea of Thieves came out. So I've been
nice.
pirating it up, and it's my favorite. I actually have not played Animal Crossing today yet, which is the first day since the update that I haven't played. So that's kind
Mm.
of big, actually.
Yeah.
Wow. That's like, I guess, what time are you usually logging in on Animal Crossing?
Like on the weekends, it's like the first thing I do. During
Mm.
the school week, it's after school, so it just kind of depends. But today's the first day where it's going to be a bedtime login, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, well, that's cool. Yeah, I think for me, I just kind of lately, I've been logging in right at the beginning because I'm trying to figure out my weather seed, and I'm just like, all right, let's check the weather. I hope it's snowing because I've been getting so few snowy hours even. Like
Yeah.
all of my days have been crystal clear or sunny, and I'm tired of it. I want some precipitation on Haken. I complained about it last time, but I did get a couple hours of snow, like yesterday, I think,
Nice, nice.
after
So
a
if you
whole
look at
week.
your oh no, after a whole week.
Yeah.
If you look at your weather seed, does it start to get more snow the closer we get to what is it, the 10th or the 15th that the snowstorm happens?
I mean, I'm not sure yet. It hasn't determined what my weather seed is, but today I
Okay.
got the closest so far. So
Mm.
yesterday it finally gave me like 24 options, and I was like, well, that's not helpful. There's
Whoa.
like 24 different things that I could get. And then today it got cut down to three. And I'm trying to basically get just the info for today, like solidify what today is, but I keep missing
Right.
the hours that are going to determine that for me. Like I either
Mm.
have one seed for the day or another, and all of the hours are basically the same except for like three or so. And I'm just like, all right, got to make sure I play at 6 p.m. because that's when
Right.
I'm gonna know. So yeah, kind of funny that there's so many similarities with them, but it's been fun. I've never like paid such close attention to the weather in
Yeah.
Animal Crossing, and it's kind of fun.
Nice.
I want to
Chuy,
see
I
that.
do gotta ask you, what new song did you get yesterday?
Okay, yes, you gave me a challenge to go to the KK Slider concert, and I did. I made sure I
Nice.
did.
Good,
I had to
good,
do it
good.
before I went to improv because I was like, I don't know how late that night's gonna be because I help at
Mm.
a theater, and I got KK Chorino. Is that how you pronounce
Yes.
it? Yeah.
Nice.
Is it
It's a
kind of
good one.
like a Brazilian or like I guess I don't know the history of that genre at all.
I don't either.
No, me neither. But I
Uh,
agree with you. It might be Portuguese or Brazilian. It
Yeah,
sure
I
sounds like it was a nice one.
yeah, that's the impression I get from, the letters used.
Right, right.
Yeah, because I was looking into Slack Key, and
oh
that's like
yeah.
Mexican cowboy music.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, apparently that's like the origins, and it got like really popular
nice.
as like a Hawaiian type of sound.
Oh,
Is that what slacking is named after?
I probably. Yeah.
Look, I can we talk about KK for a second because
yes,
he
of
gave
course.
me a of course. Well, he gave me a repeat song. So
Oh yeah.
I feel like we have talked about before how if you say like I'll let you decide that
Right.
no matter what he'll give you a song you don't
Hmm.
have yet. And I don't know if that works for the new songs because he gave me a song I already have. So I
Ah.
wasted a Saturday with KK. I'm
No,
real
no,
upset
no,
about
Nina, no.
There are no
No, no, no,
wasted
that's not
Saturdays with
possible.
KK Slider. Come on. I don't. I think that must be a bug for you because
Yeah.
Yeah.
it has worked normally for me where I just have him decide and he gives me one of the new songs. It worked this past time. I was just like, just give me a song,
I
and
keep
I got a
running
new
into
one.
these bugs. Ugh.
Yeah, you especially are running into the bugs more than
Yeah,
anybody.
my good
Yeah.
luck streak.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess before we get too far into the show and some of our other things, I do want to do a little bit of housekeeping for anybody who has followed here on Chewy Plays. We're streaming live on YouTube today. For usually we've been recording these shows on Twitch, but today I was like, you know what, let's change it up a little bit. Go back to YouTube. So anybody who hasn't seen the podcast show up here on the Chewy Plays channel, that is because the podcast has officially moved to its very own channel. It's got the Haken podcast channel, and so the link is in the description if you need to go follow it. Go and subscribe if you want to keep following on YouTube. Everything has remained the same on podcast platforms, so no need to change there. You can find the show as normal. But yeah, the only difference is it's got its own YouTube channel. It's been growing steadily. We're still getting lots of people watching and enjoying the show. So if you want to
Right.
stay over there, then that's perfectly good. And yeah, I guess to kick it off, we've been doing some icebreaker questions, and I'm really interested to see what you both have come up with. Sergio, do you want to kick us off here?
All right. I have a question for Nina. Nina, I
Okay.
think you're gonna like this question.
Okay.
So you are gonna be a cat,
Okay.
but it's only for 1 hour,
Okay.
and it's only in your house. So I want to know
Okay.
what you would do. You can leave your house only if you're gonna tell somebody that you are a cat, and you have to think about who you're telling.
Okay. So my house has two cats. And they hate each other. So they're always chasing and running around and fighting and hurting one another. So I think the first
Oh,
thing I would need to do is leave the house or I might die.
So they're tougher
um
cats than you would be as a
no wait,
cat.
no wait, I'm changing my answer. I would stay and use my newfound cat language to try and get them to see eye to eye finally.
oh, perfect.
They have lived together for 11 years and they still hate each other. um,
Yeah.
so that's what I would do. That's what I'd be like, you guys, you're not going anywhere. I'm the one in charge, so you don't have to fight about it. Please,
Do
please
you
love each
think you
other.
could resolve it in 1 hour?
Yeah, in 1 hour. Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Mm,
Yeah.
That's my answer.
All right, Nina, you're up.
Okay, Chewy, are you ready for your question?
I am.
I would like for you to tell us your favorite Disney princess.
Oh, that's a pretty
Oh,
fun one. Okay, so I was thinking about this very recently, not like
Really?
specifically like my favorite Disney princess, but specifically the fact that I feel like I haven't watched any of those movies in years.
Okay.
mm,
Like it's been a really long time. So that's gonna be difficult. Um, the, the most recent interaction I'd say I had with the Disney princesses was in Wreck-It Ralph 2
Oh, yeah.
when they all come together at that point.
And they're like
And
in their cute loungewear.
yeah.
yeah,
Mhm.
what is the main character's name in that who's played
Penelope.
Melody? I
Penelope.
Penelope. Okay.
Mhm.
Penelope, she might be my favorite after that scene because it was just
Really?
hilarious. Just, yeah, I just thought it was a really funny way to, bring all those characters together.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
yeah, it was a
Penelope
good one.
von Schweetz, I think is her
Yes.
name. Or
Yeah.
Vanellope. Vanellope. I'm wrong.
Yeah,
Vanellope.
yes, Vanellope.
Oh my
Totally
gosh.
right. She drives a
Yeah.
van. Just kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
but
one.
I guess but I'd say does Lilo count from Lilo and Stitch as a Disney
Well, she's a
princess?
princess, but we can pretend.
Well, she would be my favorite normally
Okay.
because she's
Okay.
hilarious. I just like I always think of the scene of when she sticks those like forks in the pickle jar and just shakes it up, and she's like, "My friends need to be punished." That, yes, I love that.
Okay. Lilo. We'll count Lilo as a princess.
Okay. Uh, okay. I have a maybe this one's not so difficult. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna change it. I've got a better one. Nina.
Wait.
It,
No.
oh wait, am I supposed to ask
Yeah,
Sergio?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, I read the wrong name.
I was a
Sergio.
cat.
Yes, you were a cat. Sergio, if you traveled to a new planet, what food would you miss the most?
The new planet doesn't have food?
It doesn't have Earth food. No Earth food
Okay. Okay.
uh,
whatsoever. You completely new food.
okay, can we count coffee as food? Even though it's a drink.
Drink. No, I want a food.
Okay, well, yeah, I gotta go with pizza. I mean, I don't have it as often as I used to, but it's still a favorite. It's my favorite food. So I do need it every now and then. So if it doesn't have it, why am I even going to this place? No.
What
I
is the
mean, I,
point of this planet?
no, I shouldn't pass up the opportunity for space travel, right? Just because of the lack of pizza. But I would miss it. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, talking Disney, like if it were Pizza Planet, you'd be set.
Oh, there you go.
All right, everybody. Well, anybody watching on YouTube, you may have noticed that we have some new art up in the background here. This is going to be our artwork for the month of December 2021. I'm very excited about it. This one was made by Chappie, and when I talked to Chappie, they actually wanted to make a lot of the characters as real animals, so you may have to look very
Yeah.
closely to see who is who in this one. But I mean, some of them aren't too difficult, but they are pretty
So
adorable. And Chappie gave us a little statement here. They said, "This piece is just a little scene of the island rep handing out gifts for Toy Day. From rightish to leftish, we have Isabel, Murphy, Buzz up in the air. You may have to look closely to see them. And
Yeah.
then there's Eric, Bella, Rudy, Gabby, Tom Nook, and Sleepy Timmy and Tommy. I've always loved the concept of drawing villagers as if they were real animals or because you can imagine if you had a mouse villager like Bella and you were just hanging out with a tiny mouse or cuddling up with Rudy. I just think it makes them even more endearing. Thank you so much at Haken for trusting me with this project. I haven't been able to play or draw as much Animal Crossing since I have a real adult job these days, but this commission was a really fun way to dive back into it all. I hope everyone has a great holiday season." So yeah, it's a really cute one. Sergio, what are you
Yeah.
thinking of this piece so far?
Oh my goodness, when I saw it, yeah, it's amazing. I mean, yeah, it's wintry for sure, but the thing that catches your eye is the animals slash villagers, right? And I
yeah.
Hmm.
gotta say, I love Rudy, but I think the star of the piece here is Eric. Look at him, look at his face.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the eyebrows on Eric
Yes.
are especially charming. Yeah, Nina, how are you feeling with this one?
I love this. I mean, I love when anybody does like Animal Crossing characters as animals because it's
Yeah.
just the cutest.
Hmm.
It kind of lends a little bit more to like maybe your player like is living in this like dream world where they're actually out in a forest with real animals and they're just pretending that they're like anthropomorphized. Is so cute. And I love the little villager with like the old school Animal Crossing hat on. Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Yeah,
Look at
it
Isabel writing.
I know. I know. Obviously it's the Toy Day list.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's everybody
Oh
else's
my
wishes.
gosh.
She's probably, collected them
Yes.
throughout
Yes.
the month and been like, "All right, I hope I got the right present for
Mhm.
everybody." And then Tom Nook and the Sleepy Nooklings just like
Yes.
steal the show for me. His little
Oh, and
scarf is
Tommy.
adorable. Yeah.
Tommy has his little flag.
That flag is precious. It's so good. But even
Oh,
just Tom Nook putting tape on the boxes to
Yes.
to complete the wrapping, it's adorable. We
oh,
love this one.
yeah.
Chappie, it's been a pleasure working with you, and we're really glad for this one. For anybody who wants to follow them in their work, they've got an Instagram and Twitter. I believe I forgot to put it on this live show, but check out the recording later and check out the podcast apps. It will be there and it will obviously be shared on social media and everything. So you'll be able to find Chappie, support them. Really great. Really just a wonderful job
Yes.
on this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Every month we've been getting such wonderful art.
Yes.
It's super fun that the
We've got to
community
do
is always
something.
willing to go and make something Animal Crossing related.
Yeah.
All right. Well, everybody, let's go ahead and move into the main big conversation that we're going to be having today. Today, we want to talk about Animal Crossing's Online and specifically how Animal Crossing's Online can improve. It's something that's been part of the series since Wild World, since one of the very first games, very early on in online multiplayer games. So, what needs to get upgraded? Let's start with an easy question here. Do you feel Animal Crossing needs better online? What do you think here, Nina?
Um, yes. I mean, considering there's not a whole lot, it would be nice for them to have more online. And I know that in the last update we had, they were like, "This is it, folks. Don't
Yes.
expect anything else from us, please."
Mm-hmm.
But I wonder if they would still be up for adding more DLC, kind of
Mm.
like Happy Homes. And then it could be like, you know, paid content, but we could have a Tortimer Island DLC. And
Yeah.
it'd be really
Oof.
nice if, like, not only could you play in that DLC with other players who have bought it, but for it to have its own storyline as well, because
Mm.
kind of that's the best part of Happy Home Paradise is the little storyline. So
Hmm.
I don't know. Even though they've said that there's no more updates coming, I wonder if DLC counts for them.
Yeah. If they're very nice, maybe they mean a free update that has content, right? But maybe
Yeah,
if they just add like online features or they tweak things here and there just to make it better, maybe they count that as something they could do without DLC even, or even
yeah.
if it's DLC, I think like most of us would purchase it happily.
Oh, yeah, I think so too. I
I
wonder how
mean,
well Happy Homes did. Have we gotten any data
Yeah.
on that yet?
you know what? I'm actually not sure. I don't know if it was part of Nintendo's most recent kind of finance thing. I think they did just like a small little update, but I forget when their quarter. It'll probably end after this month, so maybe in
Right.
January or
Right.
so
Hmm.
we'll start to see what the initial results were. But I mean, the reception of it has just been overwhelmingly positive. Everybody's like, "Yeah, just go get Happy Home Paradise DLC. It's worth it." And
Yes.
it's not even a question. So I imagine it's doing pretty well.
Yeah.
Um, even a friend, I was talking about this last week, I believe, but a friend just like asked me, he was like, "Well, my wife finally popped the question, when can we get the DLC?" And so he was just asking me questions about all of the stuff and I was like, "Yeah, it's worth it. If you want it, get it." Like that's my answer.
Yeah. And
So,
in the fact that it's also available through the Nintendo Switch Online
yeah.
expansion pass, just the fact that it's you can get it in two different ways, I'm sure it's led to additional purchases, which is nice.
Yeah, yeah. And it's especially nice like even if you do get it through the Nintendo expansion pass, like everything you play through and earn in that, like it stays in your game even if you stop paying for that stuff. So
Right. Right.
maybe you do only want to rent it for a year or so and you'll get your fill after that time. You've unlocked everything.
That's a
And
good
then
point.
it's like, okay, cool. I have all this stuff and now I can
Yeah.
enjoy the game,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's an easy yes for me on that. So I imagine it's doing good. But as far as like online goes, I think it's like a bit of a tough question because I do think New Horizons has quite a few online features that are very cool. I think the
Mhm.
big thing that would need to improve is just like how we connect and visit each other. I know everybody, the most requested thing to change is just like, please stop stopping this game every time somebody new comes to the island or
Yeah.
leaves the
Yeah.
island. It's just like everything comes to a complete halt over one more person joining it. So I think that's the big thing people want to change. And honestly, that system of connecting to people online has been the same since day one, Wild World. How many years ago
Yes.
was that now? Wild World came
Yes.
out 2005, I
Yes.
guess.
Yes. Mhm.
16 years of connecting through Animal Crossing like this, and they haven't come up with anything better. So, yeah, I think overall there's like a lot of cool stuff with the online, but I think it works the kind of like single player online features work better than the multiplayer online features. And by that
Mm.
I mean like, you know, mailing a letter to my friends, mail doing um uh, what was the other thing? I don't know. That's the example I came up with, but it's a good one.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah.
Sergio, what do you feel here?
Oh man. Well, does it need it? I would say no. It would be nice, trust me. But the reason I say it doesn't need it is because look at how many people are playing multiplayer online, regardless of how it is and the
Mm,
many annoyances that there are. They're minor. I think I would say they're all minor, but there's so many that they kind of add up. But we see it on our Discord, we see it on Twitter. I'm sure there's a lot more other like Animal Crossing Discords and community, and everybody's always playing online. But imagine how many more people would be playing online all the time or just being more motivated to even like trade just one item if it was a better system, if it was faster, if it was less buggy. um, so it doesn't need it, but yes, it would be very nice.
hmm Yeah, and the weird thing about it is like this whole system kind of extends even beyond online. Like the local multiplayer connects the same ways to the extent where Jackie's like,
Yes.
just mail it to me. You don't need to come over. I don't need to go over there. And so which reminds me, I owe her a lot of money. She bought me an item that was pretty expensive, and she was like, send me money for this because she does not do turnips like I do.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll have to pay her for that. But yeah, like it all just kind of works in that same way. So maybe people would be more willing to play online with each other if it were a bit faster. Because I know
Right.
Jackie would probably feel more inclined, but right now she's just like, nah, just
Yeah.
mail it. It's fine. So my next question for both of you, what do you like about Animal Crossing's current online? For me, I like the things that are like very easy to share, stuff like the design codes for clothing or paths, all of those custom designs are super easy to just like, here's your maker address. People can go and look for it and find what they want, you know?
Mm,
And
yes.
then dream addresses too, all of that is so easy to just like, here's this number, type it in, you can go visit whenever you like. We don't have to be a part of that. And then, like I said earlier, sending letters and presents. Those are all really good things. It just makes it
Yes.
easy to connect with others without having the constraint of like, maybe you're in different time zones all the way across the world. It's nighttime, somebody's sleeping, daytime, somebody's awake. There's no way to connect too easily during that point. So just the stuff that we can do online without being online with somebody, that's cool, you know?
Hmm.
Uh,
Right.
yeah, so Nina, what do you think here? What stuff you like about the current online?
I'm kind of in the same boat as you. I think like the current online that we have is best when new content is out because then you can send letters to your friends with limited colors of items or rare items. Um, it kind of helps you with DIYs that you don't have, but maybe a friend has an extra of, and cooking recipes now. Um, people can connect a little more easier or more easily when there's a reason to connect, which is
Right.
is really kind of at the beginning of dropped content. So after that, you kind of have to be a little more creative. Like I really like doing bug offs and fishing tourneys at other people's islands.
Mm, yes.
Yeah.
But it does kind of make you think outside of the box sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, it's true. Man, I keep forgetting that we can all do the bug offs and fishing tourneys
It's
Yeah,
fun.
together.
yeah,
Yeah.
And it's fun. It's fun to just
Hmm.
like, all be working toward that goal. And it gets a little bit competitive because you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I
yes,
can
yes,
totally catch more than you right now. Just wait. Just wait.
And it counts it automatically. You don't have to bring like a timer or anything with you.
right.
Hmm.
It's fun. So it's built in, that kind of built-in stuff I like.
Yeah, yeah. Sergio, what do you feel here? What are the aspects you like to it?
I think the first thing that comes to mind is that the online connection is much more stable than it was on the Leaf on the
Hmm.
3DS. I
Mm,
would say back then I played online less than I have played in New Horizons, and I had more issues for sure. It was it was something to be very mindful of. Like you had to save every half an hour or every hour just to be safe because you could always get a connection error and everything you did, every trade, every item would reset back to before the first connection. So that was a bit of an issue. I definitely see that a lot less in New Horizons based on my experience and also what I see, for example, like on our Discord. It does happen still, but it's a lot rarer. And now with autosave, it's a lot less of an issue. So that's very nice. Um, the game does have a few. I kind of call them collaborative gameplay, like something as simple as when, like you mentioned, when somebody's flying in and everybody's waving at the new character, right?
oh yeah.
Because even if it's a friend of a friend and you don't know them per se, but they're playing Animal Crossing, so in a way they're kind of like your friend through this
Yeah.
game. So
They're
I
family
like that a lot.
at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah. I like that a lot, but I think the game could do more of those little things, and we'll get to that in a future question. But
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's those things. And like you both said, this is the game, the Animal Crossing game that lets us do the most things overall. It doesn't have the mini games, right, that New Leaf did, but overall it has the most things that we can do. But I think there's still too many limitations. And like I said, we're gonna talk about that, but it's getting there. It's in the right direction, but it needs a little more tender love and care, I think.
Yeah, yeah, and you do bring up a good point because I think a lot of people complain about the quality of Nintendo's online and stuff, and I'm
Mm,
just like,
mhm.
well, you haven't lived through the 3DS and just been disconnected for nothing right away, you know?
Yeah,
So there were definitely a lot of connection problems before, even to the extent like there's still a bunch now where I'm like, man, how come
yeah,
I can play Splatoon for 10 minutes or so and like that's two matches and one of them already has a disconnect and I don't know. There are a lot of
oh,
disconnects still throughout the whole thing,
Yeah.
but overall significantly less and more smooth than than the 3DS era.
yes,
Yeah. I feel like Nintendo's realizing that online is part of gaming now and they can't
yeah,
get around it.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like they're just finding cool ways to also overcome that to some extent. I picked up Big Brain Academy, Brain versus Brain, and the online's just like you play against ghosts of people instead of like real
Oh.
people. So just like how quickly they have done in the past in games, and I'm like, this is pretty fun. Like you just have this huge little selection of competitive gaming in this game that you can do without actually having to connect to anybody at all. So, yeah, just uploading little ghosts and doing time trial, more types of things. So, I don't know.
Yeah.
They find ways around the limitations, and I think overall it makes it feel like Nintendo is definitely more aware of like, oh, people kind of care about playing online. Maybe we should
yeah,
focus on that a lot
yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess let's talk about the online and what we would do to it. My first question is, what would you change about Animal Crossing's current online? Um, and that's just like, anything that exists right now, anything that, you feel is kind of broken and that sort of thing. Whatever you want to talk about, really. There's a lot of options here. For me, I would specifically change like our access to things from our own town. I remember New Leaf had the lockers in
Oh my gosh,
the
yes,
train station so you could
yes,
access your home storage. Why? Why can't we access our home storage on somebody else's island? Like when we visit,
Yeah.
there
yeah,
needs to be a locker in the airport that lets us do that. Right now,
yeah,
nothing. Nothing. The airport is
yeah,
useless once people finally come in, you know?
yeah,
And
It would
Sorry, I
Go for
just
it.
wanted to say the weird thing about the airport is like it's such a crucial piece to this online puzzle, but even when people come to your island, they're never inside the airport.
Yes.
Maybe if they
Yeah.
leave, but usually you kick people out from wherever they're standing. They never touch the airport. They
Yeah.
always start outside that door, and it's
Yeah.
like what's the point of the airport after you're
Yeah.
finally connected? It's just like this invisible barrier that doesn't matter too much. But
Yes.
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, that's what I would change. Access to home storage, and
Mm.
let us put our turnips inside our storage so we can just pull pockets and
Oh
pockets
man.
of 5,000 turnips. Just a full closet of turnips.
Well, and we've got a friend who's restarting their island, and being able to access storage on someone else's island would make that like game changing. Because right now
Hmm.
he's having to go back and forth and take like multiple plane rides forever. And if you were able to access that on someone else's island, it'd be so much faster just to
Yes.
get all your stuff there.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be way better.
Hmm.
So Sergio, what would you change?
Oh, well, I'm definitely with you. Instead, I more so than making it better, faster, less buggy, I would get rid of as many limitations as I could. Hopefully, like all of them. I'm definitely with you about the storage. I think the ABD should be accessible anywhere. You should even be able to like trade fish, bugs, or creatures if you wanted to. Like if you caught a rare one and you want to give it to someone that doesn't mind not catching it on their own for their museum, you should be able to. Um, yeah, just the little annoying things like that. Being able
Hmm.
to change your clothes wherever you are, being able to move items even if there's people around, as you know, as long as they're not like immediately close to you.
Yeah.
You should be able to. There should be no limitation for that. Terraforming too. Imagine like a group
Oh,
terraforming session that would
Oh,
speed up so many island projects, right? So
yes.
anything like that, even going to Mystery Island tours and cabin tours too. I'm guessing 8 people is a lot, so maybe four for the
yeah.
tours. But I think you should still be able to share that experience with friends.
Yeah, I think so
Yeah.
too. Gosh, working on someone's island and terraforming would be so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the weird thing about that is like even when you are playing local multiplayer, only one person can terraform at a time. And
Oh man.
Mm,
anything other people pick up and stuff, it doesn't ever go into their pockets. If they're not the leader, it goes into the
Right. Right.
recycling bin. It's just like it's so full of like little inconveniences where you're just like, what even is the point of doing this if it's just going to be more annoying than it's worth? Like, I
Yeah.
want this person to move this while I'm trying to terraform that, but if they move it, they pick it up, it's going to lead to a trip to resident
yeah.
services in
Yeah.
order to get it back and then use it somewhere else? So,
Yeah.
yeah, I
Well,
I agree.
I get yeah, and I guess that Nintendo's worried about people like getting locked in the middle of like items, people making like little
Right.
jails
Right.
or
Hmm.
something. But we've got Rossetti,
Yeah.
so
Exactly.
like you have a way out. There's I don't know, like there's it could happen. It could work.
Yeah.
Yeah, nobody can trap you anymore. Just call Rossetti. He'll save you. And
Yeah.
nobody
Give
wants
him
to
something
get
to do.
between Rossetti. He's a scary mole. Yeah. What would you change, Nina?
I need the airport to be sleeker. The functions are
Mm.
so clunky. I'd love for there to be like an app so I can be like, "Hey, Wilbur and Orville, would you open the gate for me? I'd like anybody to come or send me a
Yeah.
dodo code, please." The loading screens, like when you want more than a couple people on your island, if you're having like a full party over, it takes like 30 minutes for people to load in or more. And I don't know. I feel like it's just very clunky. That's what I
Hmm.
really would love to be updated. Anything to do, anything to do with the airport.
Yeah. Yeah, even just talking to is it Orville who runs the
Yes.
desk?
Yeah,
Even just talking to him, the options, I can't tell you how many times I click I want to fly and then I'm like, "Oh, no, I have to click I want to go to work to go to this
Yeah.
the Happy Home Paradise place."
hmm
Or I don't know. everything's a menu behind a menu. And you're just like, come on, just let me tell you if I want to play online or not. Make it easier. Put all the
Yeah.
options up front. Just do that.
It's as frustrating as being in an airport in real life.
It is a life sim, so maybe they nailed it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
They absolutely nailed it. Don't change a thing, Nintendo.
And Orville typing away on his computer.
It's
Like, I know you're not actually typing buttons.
Yeah.
he's not, but it's cute, but
Yeah.
he's not doing anything. Okay. So with that said, what would you add to the online? And Nina, I mean, you nailed it already because I was just gonna say, give me a Dodo Airlines app,
Oh,
like
yeah.
just the app
Mm.
there, because sometimes, people leave of their own accord, and then you're like, oh, my gates are still open, and there's certain things you can't do while your gates are open, and
Yeah.
so you have to run all the way back down to the airport and then get them to close the gate, and then you can do the thing you're doing all the way at the top of town. It's always in the opposite spot. It's always in the opposite spot. So, just like if we had an app that just said close the gates, that that would solve so
Yeah,
much.
it
Just
really would.
small inconveniences that you run into. Um, and then the other one, like obviously, I would add an online mini game mode. We need to go play mini games. I'll say it
Mm.
again and again. 4v4 Animal Crossing mini games from the
That would
team
be
that brought
incredible.
you Splatoon, a
Yes,
game
right?
focused on
Yeah.
4v4 multiplayer. Give
Oh.
us Animal Crossing 4v4 mini games. How cute would that be?
Man, what was your guys' favorite Tortimer mini game?
I mean,
I
the
like the
one.
one with the hammer.
The hammer?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, that was stressful because
Yeah.
sometimes you're just like you can't catch up to that little guy.
Yeah.
uh, Mine, I really liked the hide and seek one because it was so difficult. Like the elite hide and seek, where I was just like, how
Oh,
do you even hide this well? I fail most of the time on that one,
Mm.
but I like it because it's difficult.
that is a good one. I really liked the bug hunt that would count how much each bug was worth, and you were trying to get to like a certain
Mm.
total. That
Yeah.
was cool.
Yeah, that one's always fun too. I think the dragonfly one is also like you get lots of
Ooh.
points for that.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I miss those games. They were so
I did
good.
too. Hmm.
So what would you add, Sergio?
Okay, so I'm thinking like brand new additions to how we play online with friends, and I'm thinking one minor feature would be like because sometimes if somebody wanted you to take a photo of them, right? And you take the photo, like they pose or they set up the place, and then you take the photo, but then you have to send it, you have to download it on your computer. It could be a bit of an issue. So if they had like a specific way for you to ask for a photo, that when the person takes it, it goes to both accounts. If they could do that, that would be
Mm.
like a nice way to get good photographs a lot faster. I think that'll be a cool little new feature. I'm also thinking, how we have the tool ring, which is an awesome addition to this Animal Crossing, but I also want like a message ring. If you could customize
Oh.
specific messages,
Oh.
at least 8 of them, hopefully more, but it would be like a quick text type of thing that you could
Oh.
always have the same messages that you use all the time, and you can just send them a lot quicker. That would be nice instead of having to type each one. Even with a keyboard, this would still be faster than that.
Sergio,
That's
let me give you a
genius.
life hack thing. I saw somebody arrange their wand things as like quick
Oh, that makes
messages.
sense. That makes
So all
sense.
of their outfit names were like a quick message that they say
Yes.
all the time. And
Yeah.
What?
so you just have to, get dressed every day, make 8 of that same outfit,
Yeah.
and there you go. Your
Oh,
wand recipe,
simple.
your wand things yeah, speak to people. I
Yeah, the
Because it
one
changed.
shows
messenger.
up.
Uh-huh. It
Yeah.
shows up
Yeah.
for everyone.
Yeah.
But does it show off when someone's far away?
I think it does.
Oh. That's it. That's incredible.
I think it
Yeah.
does. Yeah, I forget where I saw it, but I was like, "Oh, that's brilliant." I think if somebody was
Yeah.
streaming and when they visited, the person was changing their outfits, but it was like, "Oh, you're speaking to me."
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
mind is
It's a
blown.
interesting language. Yeah. Oh, and I also had another idea. I think you guys are gonna like this one. Imagine like a group crafting project, but it's for like a
Ooh.
very, very big item, like at least like a 10 by 10. It's a huge item.
Hmm.
So everybody would kind of talk about it beforehand on Discord or wherever you connect. And then you would say, okay, you bring the softwood, you bring these items, this and this, we're gonna need this and that. And then everybody either starts crafting at the same time or even more fun in a way if you have to do things in order. One person crafts something really quickly, and then the other person comes in and okay, now we need this item, we need the lights, we need the decorations or something. So it's like a group crafting thing to make a really big item, and
Hmm.
everybody can customize it in their own little way. I think that would be pretty cool.
Well, like a barn raising.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I love these ideas, Sergio. So many good ones. But even beyond like the wand thing, the preset messages would be
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
beneficial.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been so tempted like every time to just like, all right, let me just unplug my keyboard and put it onto my Switch dock so I can
Yeah.
just type this real quick.
Yeah.
Mm. Or
Yeah.
if different emotions, different reactions had
Oh
sayings that went
yes.
with them.
Yes.
That'd be
Yeah, if
cool.
you could assign like a
Right.
sentence to an emotion
Hmm.
too, that'd be cool.
Man.
I don't know.
Oh.
So many cool things
Yeah.
I wish we could do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nina, what would you add?
Uh, texting with friends. I want to be able to not just send letters, but we need to, update
Oh
that a
my
little bit
God.
more so that you have a texting app. Like I know that you can send messages, but they disappear after you log out. So
Yes.
a way for those messages to be saved and for messages to be sent back and forth a little faster. I'd also this is like a total side note, but if you could text with the villagers
Yes.
too, that
Yes.
would be
Yes.
incredible.
Yes. I wish I could text them and say, "Where you at, boo?"
Yeah, because sometimes we can't find them. We don't have the megaphone
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That would be incredible.
Yeah, if they're like, I'm checking out the fish in the museum, come and find me."
Yeah,
And you're like,
love, love.
"Yes." Yeah, exactly. Oh, that would be adorable. And you know what? It would be really, you would get hilarious texts from some of
Yes.
your
Yes.
villagers.
Yes.
Like the cranky villagers, all of them just like saying, doing a little sign off where like their text is
Yeah.
so official, like it's
Yeah.
still a letter. They're like, "Dear Chewy."
Or if it's just like random, like they were just hitting the wrong button.
Sorry, a butt dialed you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. It would be incredible. Or like the like the lazy villagers would be like, my jam hands got stuck to the table. I
Yeah.
can't leave my house. Come help me.
Help me.
Yeah.
You wake up to like 20 of those messages in the
Yeah.
morning.
Send help.
Yeah.
Please. Oh gosh, it'd be amazing.
Yeah, and I feel like they could use it in that sort of way where they kind of advance that system of like them inviting you over or saying, "Can I come over?" You know, they
Mhm.
can
Mhm.
send
Mhm.
you a text. Like maybe you get that call from Timmy and Tommy when you leave the house.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
What I mean, if they can call you, surely the other villagers could even call you. Like, what
That's
if you just
true.
like woke up and randomly you got a call on your phone, and instead of it being Tom Nook or Harv or Timmy and Tommy or Isabel, it's your villagers, and they're like, "Hey, I just wanted to see if you were up today. Do you want to come visit?" And then you're like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'll be right over."
The
Like
peppy
how?
villagers would be like, karaoke at my place. See you in 5.
Yeah,
Oh, it'd be incredible.
I think it'd be really cute for sure.
Mhm.
All right. So I want to think a little bit further into the future. We've talked a lot about like fixing or adding things now. I mean, they're obviously not going to add things now. At least I highly doubt that they would. But if you were to work on the online for the next game, like we're thinking whatever's on Switch 2.0, with a brand new Animal Crossing game, not New Horizons, it's New Planets. Animal Crossing New Planets. You're building your planet. How would you approach it? What would you want to do for the online in a new game? Sergio, do you want to kick us off here?
Sure. And the way I read this question, I kind of imagine like this is a sky is the limit type of scenario. So
Mm-hmm.
if I can go with anything, honestly, I just want a different developer to handle the online part of Animal Crossing.
Mm.
And I'm going for the big guys. I want Microsoft, Epic Games, who does Fortnite. They do a lot of features there. If we have to scale things back a little bit, I would even say Game Freak has been doing pretty well with the Pokemon games. A lot of the features that we couldn't do before, we can do them now, and it's getting much better. It's getting a lot more streamlined. You can connect with like a simple six-digit code nowadays, and it's pretty seamless. It could be a little better, but I think they could do a good job with Animal Crossing. And if we have like a competent, well, that's kind of mean against Nintendo, like an experienced online game developer handling the online part of Animal Crossing, I think all of these features that we have been talking about, they would be in the game or they could be easily added. I feel like Nintendo's way of doing things, they don't make it very easy to add things or to patch things. But another developer would make it pretty easy. And the online would be so much faster. There would be a lot less bugs. It would be pretty good. It would be like it is with the other systems.
Yeah. Yeah. What I like about that is just that it would I would feel that it would be a lot more seamless
Mhm.
to everybody. Like just how everything's connected for sure. Because those are companies that are doing things in a way that's just easy, and you're like, oh, that's a really cool little thing that just works pretty easily here. Awesome.
Right,
Mm.
Let's
right.
keep that.
And
Let's keep that up.
I guess one thing I didn't think about is that most, like those games on other systems, they do have an online service, but it's more expensive than Nintendo's.
Yeah.
So would we pay maybe $5 a month for a much better online experience for Animal Crossing, or maybe a little more? I would. I think a lot of us would.
Yeah. I mean, they're already increasing the prices in different ways, but
Right.
yeah, the weird thing about like online with the Switch is that when it came out, it was free for everybody for a long time, like the
Yeah.
more than a year, right? At first,
Yes.
because it
Right.
kept delaying like the paid service, and so and then the paid service happened, and it was basically the same, just with some other little things added. I think that's when they added like the NES stuff and the SNES stuff. So there were some little bonuses that you got, but people were still like, I don't know if that's worth it, you know?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
even now, they're like, all right, here's this new higher tier where you get DLC for Animal Crossing, and then N64 games, and what's the other one? Sega stuff.
Sega
Yeah,
Genesis.
you
Yeah.
get Sega stuff, and so every time it updates, it's just like it's going further and further away from what people remember it being, which was like this was all just free before, and we don't
Yeah.
quite understand why we're getting charged for it anymore. So they will probably approach it a lot better with their next system, just having stuff more in place for a paid online service. So
Yeah. Hopefully.
hopefully they figure it out, but I don't think they've done themselves any favors thus far.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nina, I guess what would you do if you were working on the next online?
Um, I'd love to kind of bring it back to city folk and have some sort of like town center or city center where you could
Hmm.
pop in, and that would be kind of like an open world area where you could pop in with friends and have cocoa
Oh.
or shop for
Mm.
clothes and stuff. I'd also love for there to be like an apartment building, like Tomodachi Life style apartment building where you
Oh.
can kind of see into the apartments. And so if one
Mm-hmm.
of your villagers says like the country life is fun, but I'd rather live in the city, then you can
Yeah.
design them an apartment and then you
Oh.
could see other people's designed apartments too.
Oh.
I think bringing the city back would be so much fun. Like there's so
Yeah.
many opportunities there.
That would be cute. Like having a shared, more like, we kind of have our own little hub for Happy Home Paradise. But if there was like a
Mhm.
shared city where they're like, oh yeah, look at all
Yes.
these different
Yes.
buildings and you can come visit and see your villagers in different spots. But then on your way up to their floor, you're like, here are all these other villagers that people
Yeah.
decorated, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I like that hub, just like in Happy Home Paradise. Like, but other people would be walking around too and talking to all the guys that are
Yes.
like
Yes.
hanging out on the beach or whatever. Ugh. We could have Phineas sell balloons again. I miss Phineas.
Oh, he's so cute. I scanned his amiibo card in and talked to him
Really?
and he was sweet.
Ah,
Yeah. He's
I
a
need
good
to do
one to
that.
scan in over
nice.
at Brewster's. So,
Mm.
yeah. Nina, it's funny. We went a very similar direction here, and I think the only thing that's different for me is just like I want an MMO Animal Crossing. Just we
Yes.
all move into the same world. I think it could be like its own version because we do see that type of thing happen with games like Final Fantasy or GTA. Like they have
Mhm.
their online versions where it's like, here's everybody in a room together. What are they gonna do? Let's see.
Mhm.
I mean, there's of course, a lot of moderation that would have to happen in terms of
Yeah.
that, especially like Nintendo would take that very seriously to like what
Right.
would be allowed and whatnot. And we have seen stuff like that in the past through things like what is it like Toontown and Neopets and
Oh
all
yeah.
sorts of
Mm.
stuff that have those big online communities that are more you're going to get people from all ages, so it really has to fit the mold of for everybody. Um,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but
Right.
Or
like
penguin.
even if they didn't do like full MMO Animal Crossing where we're all living in this world together, I think it would be cool if they did like a scaled down version of that where you could
Mhm.
start an online town or island with friends. And this
Yeah.
Hmm.
town, like you could all access it whenever it would just like exist on a server, kind of like Minecraft style, where you can all just
Yes.
like drop into the
Yes.
same spot. And basically everybody can just like log in and say I log in later in the day and Nina, you've been running around the whole time, and I jump in there. I'm like, oh, Nina's here. Hey, how's it
Yeah.
going? You just
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you're all just playing together right
Ah.
away
Yeah. Or
without
like
the loading.
Valheim, where you're like
Yeah,
building your own forts and stuff together. Oh,
exactly. Yeah, so you
yeah.
just drop in, drop out. It doesn't stop the game. It just keeps going. And
Yes.
Minecraft kind of handles it where, people pay for servers to host their own private little spots together. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I would pay for an Animal Crossing
Yeah.
server
Yeah.
easily. I'd pay for like three of them, 10. I
Yeah.
don't know. Have all sorts of, dynamics going on with my
Yeah.
friends.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that would be my approach for the next one. I think that would be a really cool extra way to do things. And yeah, oh man, even like Stardew Valley does that sort of thing too, where you all
Yeah.
can start a farm together.
Yes.
Everybody's doing it,
Yeah.
Nintendo. Catch up.
I
Catch
hope
up.
they're noticing. Yes.
I know.
They will. I think they will.
I think, and it's just like the tools that we have in Animal Crossing are so fun and would be so cool to work together with. And I don't know, even getting, because you'd still get like your own house and stuff, and then you're all working
Yeah.
toward things and decorating your own spots. It'll be a nice twist to what Animal Crossing basically started as, where it was like, we want people living together, we want them to do their thing with their place, so that when you visit them, it's like, oh, cool stuff you've been doing to your
Yeah.
house. I'm gonna go take some of these ideas and do it at mine.
Right.
So
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
fun.
it'd be so fun. I would never log off ever again. Cool. All right, everybody. Well, that is our big conversation on online. Let's go ahead and move on to a little quick discussion here about how we're prepping for Toy Day and if we even are, to be honest with you. Um, First question, are you decorating for Toy Day, Sergio? How are you doing?
Not yet, but I plan to. Last year I got a bunch of like holiday very light eccentric big items from a close friend of mine, and it kind of got me inspired, and I was having fun placing them around my island. So I'm hoping once the snow is on Castaño and I get like more into the holiday spirit with the snow, hopefully I'll get inspired again because it was fun for sure last year. So I want to do it again.
Yeah, yeah, and I'm in the same boat with you. I I still have to undecorate for Halloween. There's still a
Oh,
bunch
wow.
of spooky stuff all over
What?
my island. So, you know, thinking about it, the same thing happened to me last year where I was like,
Yeah.
it's about to snow. I better get I think it did snow. And then once it snowed, I was like, this just don't look right. I need
Yeah.
to get this off of my island and get this all toy date out because yeah, the pumpkins were like, "Oh, you're probably rotten now. Just frozen rotten pumpkins."
Yeah.
Poor Jack.
Yeah. And well, Jack, I follow the czar of Halloween, good old Jack, to till death. But at some point, things have to change. I gotta ride that jingle train the rest of the way home, you know?
Yes.
Nina, how are you doing with your decorations?
I mean, I've decorated you guys. I'm just waiting for the snow to add some snowmen.
Oh.
I've got
Overachiever.
and I'm just like really excited for Christmas this year. I've already got my plaza entrance decorated and I've been putting out different holiday decorations in villager yards
Mm-hmm.
depending on which holiday they celebrate in my head. So like Eric for sure has Christmas trees and that little jingle gyroid that sounds like Christmas bells.
Oh yeah.
Um,
Mm.
Ace has a menorah over in his little workout space, and
Oh.
Daisy's got like non-denominational snowflakes in her yard. So I like kind of having my little head cannons for each villager.
Yeah.
Shino has not decorated for Christmas.
Makes sense, Shino.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Well, that's fun. I see that's the other thing I feel kind of holds me back because all of my people are on the beach right now, and I'm still I was just talking to Kuri today about like my plans to destroy this section on my island currently because I mean it was destroyed to a big portion, but then I started the all the update stuff came out. I started adding crops there and things, and I'm like, nope, I gotta destroy this. I'm just gonna start some crops elsewhere because I do still need to plant 100 for that Nook Miles goal. So I'm just gonna tear everything down and start moving people into their spaces so I can actually make their yards and
Yeah.
stuff. That's gonna
Oh,
be
I love
my
your.
big focus going into it. So yeah,
Mm.
it'll be cool. My next question for both of you: are you getting presents ready for your villagers? Nina, overachiever, what are you doing?
No, actually, this one I'm more on the fence about because
Oh.
you give them the objects on Toy Day,
Mm-hmm.
and then the next day Toy Day is over. So I don't really like to give them the toys because most of the toys kind of look so out of place in their houses. Like unless one super fits. I think what I'm going
Mm.
to be doing this year instead is giving them kind of objects that work really well with their houses, especially because I've spent some time decorating some of their houses, like redecorating in the Happy Home Paradise update. So I don't want all that hard work to be ruined with like, a robot stuck in the middle of their room or something.
Yeah,
I'm interested to see how that works. Like what is going to get replaced if it's a house that I have designed.
I see. Yeah, that'll be really interesting because I mean I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I do want to get there before Toy Day just to see how that works
Mm,
too. So
Mm.
yeah.
I'll have to work to that. Um, I don't know. I'm still leaning like I want to give them a Toy Day toy, like specifically,
Mm.
because you do get like cute special dialogue when you give them those
Yeah.
toys instead.
Ah.
So it's worth it in that sense. And so what I'm doing is I'm visiting my villagers now. I'm taking screenshots of their homes, and then I'm looking through the list of toys and envisioning what is going to work what's the best toy for their place, their
Yeah.
space, if we had to improve it. I think I'm gonna. I gave Grizzly a really good tent last year, and it's still in his place, and it
Nice.
still looks perfect. But I'm like, maybe we'll try a different color, Grizzly. Maybe we'll
Oh
try the
yeah.
darker one this time
Mm.
around.
He's just gonna put it right next to the other tent.
See, the thing is, they're so big, and he puts it in the
Yeah,
middle of the room. There's not much other. I think
yeah.
he'll replace that one specifically. So we'll see how it goes. And then if I don't like it, I'll probably just gift him the other tent back again. But
Mm,
I do
mm.
Yeah.
plan on giving him one. So yeah, I don't know. I'm leaning toward Toy Day toys for them because that's what they're gonna give me in return.
Yeah, that's true.
Mm, true,
Yeah,
true.
Sergio, what are you doing here?
So nothing yet, but this is a good reminder, and I'm actually more on Nina's side because what happened last year, I gave Wolfgang a pink dollhouse
Mm.
just because I wanted to see what he would say, what he would do with it. I think he was too nice because he didn't complain about it. He actually displayed it in his house for
Aw.
the longest time.
Mm.
It might still be there actually. So I kind of want to make it up to him and give him something that actually matches his home and his style. Probably give him something old and creaky like he is, but with a good heart. He has a good heart, so he's nice. I'll give him something nice, at least to Wolfgang, but hopefully to everybody, something that matches their house. I think that's a good approach.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And like I said, I recommend it just because you do get that nice dialogue. It's once a year, the
Right.
only chance you
Yeah.
get. And
Yeah.
so I'm also remembering like last time I gave Pearl one of those fancy chessboards, which are really expensive, and she gave me good
Mhm.
dialogue because it's a really expensive item, and they're like very grateful for that.
Yeah.
But this year I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna give you a toy this time. Let's see what's gonna be good for you. Maybe a little dog that she can keep as a pet. She's a
Yeah.
cat. She rules over the dogs. That's just how it goes. All right, everybody. Well, let's go ahead and hop into our Haken's Islander Corner. For those of you who don't know, every single week we ask our patrons on Patreon a question and read their answers out loud here on the show. This week's question was, what is your Animal Crossing daily routine like these days? So I just wanted to, it's been a little bit of time since the update. I wanted to check in with people and see, like, how are you playing the game? What are you doing? What are you finding enjoyment from? So I'm thinking we'll go Nina, then me, then Sergio.
Okay.
Okay.
So our first one is Clara Cross, who says, it's still hard for me to follow a strict daily routine, especially when there is someone exciting on my island like a camper or a special character, because then I forget everything and run straight to them. Same with events, season changes, etc. I think I think I deal with the things that are thrown in my way first, and then I start remembering all the other things I should be doing. I love playing that way, but you cannot be a completionist like this. You don't know want to know how
Yeah.
many KK shows I unintentionally miss
Aw.
because I rather decorate my home in that moment. I totally understand this. And I think
I
this is a
don't.
good way. I know you don't. But I think this is a good way to keep like the longevity of the game going because you're doing what you want to be
Yeah.
doing in the
Hmm.
moment and you'll get to the stuff that needs to be done as you get to it. That
Yeah.
works.
Yeah.
It'll be there later. It'll be fine.
Yeah, and I'm funny in the sense of like I also get distracted, but in a slightly different way where I'm so distracted with like the collection aspect of like getting
Mhm.
new items and getting new things and looking at all that that I forget to spend time doing like the actual decorating portion with that. So
Yeah.
I've been planning out more projects to kind of be like, oh yeah, I have some more game to play later in the future when I get around to that. But for the most part,
Yeah.
I'm just like, let me collect for a while. So Michelle M said, I'm overwhelmed by the amount of new stuff as well. I've stopped trying to fit everything in. Maybe go to Cap'n Island once a week and design a vacation home once a month. The rest of the time, I check for bottles, villagers crafting, pick fruit and crops, cook, then shop. Usually, I find something new, so I take it to Cyrus to customize. I try to decorate a
Mm.
bit of my island every day. Yeah,
Oh,
and
nice.
this is a good approach too. Like, if you are happy just doing some of the other activities seldomly while focusing on ones you enjoy more, it's like cool. You'll get the enjoyment out of those other activities, at least the ones you do more seldomly. Uh,
Yes.
you'll enjoy them in a way that you don't the other things where it's like, oh, here's a special little treat that I don't usually do, but I've got time today. Let me fit it in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
So Heather said, on the weekend when I can have longer play sessions, I go to Harps for my fortune and weekly check of the goods being sold. Then I wander the island looking for Snotnose, aka Daisy May, on Sundays, and looking for fossils, check for villagers crafting, check the beach for the recipe bottle. Then it's coffee with Rooster and daily stretch. This was added when I found out that the reward was for doing this 50 times. Ah,
Mhm.
interesting.
Mm.
Then it's off to Lottie's. Nice. Yeah, that's
Aw.
definitely like one of the last things to do because you never know how long that's gonna take. But I'm very
Yeah.
curious about the reward for the stretching. I should do that. I'm gonna start doing that now.
Yeah.
There are
It's one
rewards.
of the Nook Miles.
Mm.
I don't know what the 51 is, but I hit 30 recently, and
Oh.
it was a fun little item.
Let's see. Ben says, I'm currently in the midst of island renovation, building a castle, but I still try to get my dailies done. I start with watering the crops before I head off to Harv's Island, especially for Katrina's fortune. Then I set out with Captains to visit a mystery island for gyroids and other stuff sometimes. Upon my return, I hit up the roost to get me a quick pick me up and chat with my pigeon friend. After that, I loosen up with some group stretches in the plaza, followed by my daily visit to see Isabel. Oh, and Tom Nook too. After that, I just wing it with the rest of the things, digging up fossils, finding the money tree, and eventually talking to and or giving gifts to villagers. I enjoy this process every day, and I'm always sure to snap some pics throughout the day. This is adorable. I love that they've got their dailies kind of like set up in a narrative almost. That's the
Yeah.
cutest thing ever. Um, good job, Ben. Good job. I approve.
Yeah, it's a great schedule. So Eddie said, after learning from Nina in a past podcast about Katrina's influence in the game, I always head to Harv's first. After I visit those shops, I go home and start by checking my Nook Mile plus goals. I let those dictate my path and eventually end my chores with the Cap'n cruise. Once
Mm.
all of that is done, I relax and wind down with some Happy Home Paradise or terraforming and work on my island designing. It's not much, but it's honest work.
Oh.
I think that's great. Yeah, and
Yeah.
Nina, I've honestly changed my approach too since that. I go and start off my day with going to get my Katrina fortune and my friendship fortunes too.
Yeah,
So,
it was a good little
Mm.
article I found. It changed my routine also.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good one. Kakulu said, I usually start by checking my beach for the bottle, then I head over to Harps for my fortune telling session with Katrina. Then I check Reds for any art I might not have yet. I'm trying to get real things, but if there's a fake I haven't cataloged yet, I'll get it too. Back on the plane to my island and a dash to the dock later, and I'm speeding over the waves with the cap in hopes of another glow island, which it usually isn't. I grab the bottle, gyrate fragment, and I hit all the rocks, and I drop off any fake art I don't want to keep.
Oh.
I love that. Back home to plan the gyroids and maybe do a round of my island, thinking I should really make some time to terraform my island. I wanted to do X, Y, Z with it. Then I realized I'm late for work and I shut things down. It's an
That's
involved process, but it sounds pretty fun.
These are also well written.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody's got a good day going on in Animal
yeah.
Crossing.
Islander Phoebe says, I've kept it mostly the same, but I'm trying to work the new stuff into it as well. I still start by checking my mail and then heading over to resident services, but now I do group stretching after that before checking my shops. Then I head over to the Roost for a coffee before going to Harv's Island to get my fortune and check the shops. Then I head back to my island to shake trees, find my fossils, and such. It's nice to have all of these new things to do, but I am finding it harder to find time to play and do all the things I want to do every day. My real life has been way too busy since this update came out. I just want to play Animal Crossing all day. Yes, Phoebe, I understand. It really is so much, and I feel like I talked about this
Yeah.
when it first came out, but sometimes I feel like frenzied trying to remember all of the things to do. So it can be a little
Yes.
tricky, but
Yes.
I guess it's better than having nothing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I haven't been doing a good job of like keeping a checklist of the stuff I'm working on too. So I'll tell you, the 2 days ago, I forgot to visit the Roost and get
Yeah.
coffee one day.
Yeah.
So, and I've done that with the stretching as well. I still haven't done that with Cap'n, but now I'm tempted to just to have them all at the same spot again that they were.
Mm.
So, yeah, I might skip a Cap'n island here or there, just to, get them all back matched up. But, for now it's the one that's still on time with the release of the update. So I might just keep it going. All right. So next we had Summon Sloth, and they said go to Harv's and get my fortune, art, and a raffle prize. 2, give gifts to villagers. 3, go to Cap'n for a boat trip. 4,
Mm.
go to work and make a vacation home. Uh, 2.5 and 3.5, do Nook Miles plus activities. So fitting in those Nook Miles tasks right in the middle as
Nice.
well. Yeah, good way to go. I like that. I like that routine
Yeah.
for sure. I need to
Yeah.
fit in vacation homes a little sooner, I think, because I haven't done them in a couple days now.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. And Marco J said, about 2 weeks after the update, I took the plunge and started over with a brand new island. Ooh, exciting. The only cheat I let myself do was to save a few million bells and some fruit on a friend's island. I guess that's kind of a big cheat. But I am having so much fun again with the daily routine of working on the Nook Miles, building Harv's Island up, gifting my new villagers, none of whom I've had before, and loving Happy Home Paradise. That sounds exciting. I mean, just getting like brand new villagers completely.
Yeah.
That sounds like a lot of fun. So yeah,
Mhm.
this was a good time to start a brand new island if you felt like it. And I think this is like Margot. This is a good example of somebody that it worked for them, and that's awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah, I love it. Starting over is going to be a big thing for people for sure, since this update has introduced so many things, and we are kind of distanced from that release day now too, so people are kind of itching to have that fresh feeling in the game again. So yeah, if you've
Right.
started over, I'm sure you're having a great time because there's so much. Um,
Oh my gosh.
and
Yes.
even like all of the new stuff they added is still kind of locked behind the big event
Yeah.
story event in
Project K,
the base
right?
game. Yeah, Project KK. So yeah, it's you've got a lot to look forward to if you're starting over. It's great.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Haken, an Animal Crossing podcast. If you're sad to see us go, join us over on Discord. You can talk with other people who love Animal Crossing as much as you do, including Sergio, Nina, and me. Want to support Haken in a bigger way and tell us your answers in the Haken Islander Corner? Head over to patreon.com/chewyplays. $1 goes a long way to making this show even better and includes tons of goodies for you to enjoy. Get a special role on Discord, read a monthly newsletter, and get many other great rewards. We really appreciate the support and put your money towards some great things on the show. If you're listening on YouTube, what is your Animal Crossing daily routine looking like these days? Reviews really help the show get discovered by more people. Please leave a review on your platform of choice and let us know how we're doing. Haken is a wild production brought to you by Chewy, Sergio, Nina, and all of our patrons. We thank you for listening, and we hope you have a great week.
Goodbye, everybody.
See you all next time.
Cool. Let's do our closing clap here. All
Okay.
right. 1, 2, 3. All right. You both looked like very in sync when we clapped.
Yeah.
Good
So,
internet today.
yeah, solid connection. Everybody, please be patient with us while we get our files going and stuff. But we will chat a little bit here.
Mhm.
Okay.
Clappity clap.
Yeah. I always have to do some noise reduction on my end. Noise reduction, get noise profile, select all, apply. Okay. While that's going, let me check the chat here. Hi everybody, how you doing? Been a while since we've done a stream on YouTube, since we've done any hanging out here on, on this channel.
Yeah,
But I
that's
wanted
true.
to
You're a Twitch dude
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, especially with the podcast too. It's been
Right.
over on its own channel lately, so hard to for anybody who followed it before, it hasn't been around for a little while. Hi, Mara, loving the live format. Yeah, we've been streaming it on Twitch. I may stream more here on YouTube, the podcast, and I have been actually planning on streaming on YouTube more as well in general.
Hmm.
Um, so yeah, if you wanna catch us here, we'd love to have you. I saw Lex play, my friend, hop in here a little bit earlier too.
Oh,
Hello.
nice.
Not you're probably not around anymore. It's been a while, but hello regardless. Yeah, we appreciate you all hopping in and hanging out with us for a while. Hi Tab, good to see you.
Tab with Kobe. Kobe as her icon.
Yeah, her dog
Oh, nice.
con.
Dog con.
Okay, it's official. I have my weather seed.
Oh.
My weather seed exists. Tomorrow, clear all day. But expect
Well,
shooting stars.
oh. Well, at least now you know.
Yes. Now I know. I wonder how what's my month looking like here?
Tab, that's amazing.
Oh man, now I get like a whole view of my month here. I feel like that was a lie.
What are you looking at your month? What's happening? Are we looking at calendars?
I'm looking at my weather seed that I just discovered.
Oh, yeah. I need to do that.
Okay,
How long did it take you though? Like, isn't it a huge process?
so I've
It
been doing
seems like
it daily at this point for the whole month. So
Okay.
five
And you said
days.
you also used your streams, or that didn't work?
Um, so there were a couple. I tried to get weather from screenshots and videos that I had, but it didn't work. It just like it didn't come up conclusive. And I
Mhm.
think it's because that period where it's like maple leaf season throws it off because it like the weather's
Oh,
just different on that.
yeah.
So I deleted all of the stuff that I knew wasn't there, and then I I only used like a couple days earlier. So I think I have like 7 days of data on my thing,
Wow.
oh wow.
and I was
And
able
it's
to
already
get
gotten
my
you down to 8? What did you say? 4?
one. I have my
1?
seed now.
Got
Yeah,
it.
I
Yeah.
got it
Right.
officially today. And
And it took
so
7 days? But you
to
have to be sure with it, right? Like if you're not sure if it's exactly sunny or whatever, you don't put it in for that
Yeah,
hour,
yeah, you have
right?
to be like very sure with what
Okay.
you're putting. And you don't I mean there are the options to put like not sure on them, so there's that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to look into it. I started reading it and was like, this is overwhelming. I don't have the brain energy for this right now.
Yeah. Okay, so my next day, tomorrow, sunny all day, basically, some clouds. Lots of sunny and clear the day after that, sunny and clear after that too, sunny and clear after. So 4 more days of sun.
Before
And
it starts to
then
snow
the Friday the 10th, snow all day.
all day.
All day. That might be the day that like the first snow, maybe.
I gotta find my Switch. I haven't even turned it on today. I'm not a that's not normal.
Shooting star night is the easiest way to do it. It says I'm gonna have shooting stars tomorrow.
Oh.
Oh. Well, then you'll really know, I guess.
Hmm.
Is that only when Isabel announces it though, or is it just when you get shooting stars no matter what? Because I've gotten like,
I think just when you
little
get shooting
bits.
stars no matter what, right?
I've had that like 3 times in the past week or so. Keeps
Yeah.
happening.
So just say when you had shooting stars.
Yeah,
It'll
I
tell
need
you.
to do that.
Okay, so I am glad though, because after
I want to
I
see if
get
it's
this
snowing.
full snow day, there's a couple more clear days, but then after that, it's just like I'm gonna have snow a lot of days. There's basically one. Wait, let me recount that. 1, 2, 3 days the rest of this month where I won't have snow. I'm so happy.
That's pretty good.
Hi, cloudy skies. I love when my skies are cloudy and snowy. Started listening to Haken regularly 3 years ago. That's awesome. It's a long time now. We just keep the show going forever.
Yeah.
Oh, let me do one more thing with my file. Reduce the noise. Let's see. When Nina asked the question about the favorite Disney princess, Tim said Lilo. I told them that didn't count, so he said Moana. Then when Chewie said
Yeah,
Lilo, he
Lilo.
was like, "Yes, see? It's true. Lilo's the best princess.
I don't know. I don't know if she's a princess.
She is. It's true."
Sergio, do you have a favorite Disney princess?
I was gonna say Moana, for sure.
She's a good one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Lilo.
Not snowing on Keel Hall.
No. Let's see.
Nina, did you buy turnips? Did you finish the gun done nuked?
I finished it last week. I didn't have to
Nice.
buy turnips today. I was so
Oh,
excited.
I was hoping to, and I got a downward slope last week,
Ah.
so I had to buy more today. But
Well,
I
You
remember
better
to
keep
do.
an eye out in the Discord because I keep selling like someone had like 500 or 400 or something like that in the
Oh
Discord.
wow.
no,
And
I
that's
can
how I
tell you
got
the
it.
best way to know when to buy turnips. It's when I don't buy turnips because every time I miss
Yeah.
it, I get a huge spike. That happened this
Oh,
past week for me. It's not fair.
That's incredible. But then you get people to come and sell. That's really fun when that happens.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
nobody
yeah.
really came this time around because it wasn't till like
Oh,
Friday or something.
and people had
Uh,
sold.
Yeah,
And
people
it's
had
super nice
sold.
if someone gives you like a tip or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Does
Today's
anybody need an
Hans's birthday. I almost missed Hans' birthday.
oh wow.
Oh
Wow.
no.
Oh, I gotta tell Jackie. I gotta tell Jackie she also has Hans.
I'm so glad I played because I'm
Yeah.
about to go pirate some more with friends. Oh
Okay.
no.
No more pirates,
Ooh,
Nina.
I must pirate.
Pirates are forbidden.
No.
All right. Well, I mean, it's Sunday, right? I don't have to edit this thing tonight. Yes.
Yeah.
You can do it tomorrow. Though your Mondays are busy. Maybe it's best to do it tonight.
No, I don't
Oh,
think I
I got
will.
one of those like Da Vinci flying machines too. Have you guys seen those
No.
that hang from the ceiling? I'll send you one. Hold on. I'll
The little
tell you what they're
dragon bird
called.
thing?
It's called a ornithopter.
I have one of those. Yeah.
They're really cute.
They're so cool.
Let me hang this one up. Do you guys, oh, you've got one. Sergio, do you want one?
Yeah, yeah. If you don't mind, thank you.
I'll send it to you.
Edwin, I want pupusas. Share. Bring some for the whole class. Yeah, Tab
Edwin missed our story
visited.
about him.
Tab drew a picture on my island, and it's really cute. It's of Pancho, because I finally got Pancho back.
Nice.
Sergio, I think I know the answer to this, but would you like a white one, a brown one, or a red one?
Round one, please.
We knew. All right, let me.
I'm surprised that's an option. That's cool.
It's like kind of old fashioned looking. It's nice.
Ooh.
That's the one I like too. Where are you? There you are. Castaño. All right,
I have
sent that over.
Sasha on my island.
Nice. I finally got Ione to live. I scanned her in enough.
Yeah,
She's
she was
so
dead,
cute.
but you brought her back.
She was dead? What do you mean?
You got her to live.
Oh yeah, like Frankenstein's monster.
Yeah.
She's like a cute little glowy girl. I like her a lot. And
Does
I
she
had
glow in the dark?
three. Yes, you need to come see her at night.
All
I
right.
had three what am I trying to say? 3 lazy villagers. So I needed to get rid of one.
Who'd you get rid of?
He had just moved in. It was Filbert from
Right.
Emerald, which is Tabstown, and
You
because I
traded
let
Space
him
Squirrel for
random
Space
move in.
Squirrel.
Yeah, so it was a good trade. Though
That
I would
makes
have kept
sense.
Filbert if he was anything but lazy, because he is the cutest little thing.
Yeah, he's pretty
He's got
adorable.
Crunchy's eyes. Have you noticed?
Yeah, Crunchy's got the best eyes.
But Filbert has the exact same ones.
Yeah, they're perfect.
Hmm
And it was Tabs Filbert. I can't believe you voided him.
I know. I told her though.
It's messed up.
He was a cutie patootie.
Anybody want to learn how to make a stack of books?
I've got that one, I think.
Me too.
I think I do. Yeah.
Yep. A stack of books
I've been
is a bit
needing
of a
to see this whole podcast.
yeah. Stack of books is a bit of a joke between me and some work friends because they're like, "Oh man, I want a standing desk," and I was like, "No, just get a stack of books. Put your laptop on a stack of books, and then stand up. You're good."
My laptop is on a bucket right now. An art bucket.
I love it. Danielle
What should
said
I
I
give
would die for
Hans?
Filbert.
All right, Ione is out. I wonder if you'll be able to see her if I hold it up. Now, can you stop moving, please, my friend?
Okay, so I haven't checked my Happy Home Paradise yet today. So maybe we'll go look real quick. You can see my facilities, everyone.
Oh, she's walking away. No. Why is it so hard to get pictures of these dang villagers?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, every time they're like sitting, they're perfectly posed, and then you take your camera out and they're like, "Nope, see ya."
Oh my gosh, for real. Oh, good, she just sat down. Okay, okay, hold on. I'm gonna see if I can hold this up, even though I know we're tiny.
What was I gonna do?
Oh, she's behind a tree. Okay, she's behind a tree, but can you see a little bit how she's glowy?
Oh yeah, she's like glow in the dark. That's pretty
Isn't
cool.
that
Yeah.
cool? She's
Super
so
cool.
cute.
Okay, I'm sold.
Yeah.
Very cute. Oh, I just remembered what I have to do.
Oh, I finally got something
Oh,
from mom.
Marlowe's here. That's a fun one. I want to decorate Marlowe's place.
Ooh, what is he asking for?
I don't know. I just got here, so I don't know what the request is yet.
This
Let me,
mom sweater is so cute.
I have to export my audio real fast. Sorry for the delay, everybody. What is this?
What?
Haken 212?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What should I give Hans, you guys? Something blue?
Whatever you like. Just make sure you upload your audio.
I did already.
Okay, cool. Thank you. You're the best.
This drum kit. He definitely needs this drum kit.
Definitely. All right. We got some fun little characters here today.
This open frame kitchen is 140,000.
Oh, I think there's stuff in my Nook's Cranny that I have to buy.
Oh, really? Some good stuff.
Yes. Hopefully, Kuri didn't buy it because I left it there and forgot.
Oh,
If she did.
Ellen.
Oh, Kuri's here. Hi. Did you buy anything from Nook's today? Just asking for a friend.
That's incredible. My shop has some good stuff today.
I already know how to make a cherry pie. Does anybody need a cherry pie recipe?
I feel like I have that one. I can look on my.
Yeah, I have it, but thank you.
Oh, by the way, this is my kitchen. The kitchen for Bistro de Haken. And
Cherry
then,
pie. Oh, I do need the cherry pie. Can you mail it to me?
yeah, I'll send it your way.
Thank you.
Oh, Petrie's in here. I gotta do all the new characters.
All right, heading over to Hans. I gave Hans the glowing moss ball wreath on his little island house.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Look.
yeah.
Cool. I
Nice.
love all the glowing stuff.
It's so good. Glowing moss forest wall? What?
Ooh.
That sounds nice. Let's see.
Oh my gosh, Shino's here with him.
It's beautiful. I love it.
Oh, they're so cute.
Oh, I made a house for Pearl. Do you all want to see
Really?
it?
On Happy Home Design? Did you
Yeah,
invite her with chocolate?
I did.
Isn't it the cutest?
Yeah, it's so cute. I love it.
What was her theme?
Her theme, I'll show you. I'll go there. Let me just check what's in the shop real quick. Let's see what we got today. Oh, I like this little radio, but I'm broke. I'll get it later.
Oh, I discovered the cutest little item yesterday. Have you guys had like the nearly broken or the partially busted radio? Have you guys found that yet?
No.
Um,
No?
so it works like a regular radio where it plays random KK songs and then also commercials and stuff, but
Mm-hmm.
it looks super busted and the audio goes in and out and it like squeaks and statics every once in a while. It's
Oh,
so
Oh.
cool.
I love that. I want
It's
that
so
busted radio.
unique. You want me to send it to you?
Yeah, I'm gonna send you
Okay.
this recipe after too.
Okay.
All right, Tab wants to see how different my Pearl's house is from hers.
Ooh, Tab did Pearl too.
It's a nice unique design. I haven't done one quite like hers yet.
Chewy, you can have black or yellow nearly busted radio. Oh, it's
Yellow.
not for sale.
Oh, it's
It must be like
special.
from the recycle bin. I didn't realize that.
Interesting. Oh,
Ah.
you know what I
Never
found in the
mind.
recycle bin? A
Hmm.
sloppy piece.
Yeah. The recycle bin got an upgrade.
Yeah, I didn't even know till I got the sloppy thing. Actually, Medi
Yeah.
told me, and then I got a sloppy thing like the day after. Okay. Her theme is a Kotatsu Citadel.
What? That's so fancy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right, so this
Oh,
is her
wow.
place. I don't know how delayed it is
Right
on
in.
YouTube.
It looks nice.
Hi,
Oh, I just
Pearl.
looked.
How are
Oh, no, I
things?
didn't.
Ah, Nico.
Nico's the best. So let's get the camera out. This is how I've designed her little space. She can relax. This is the exterior. She's got, of course, her little library. Very important. And then inside was a very different design. I've never done one like this before. So I kind of made it have this little indented wall here that doesn't, that just like closes off that portion of the room.
Oh, look at that.
And there's
Love
nothing
those
inside of
walls.
There's
there.
nothing is.
Yeah, so there's
That's
nothing
so
inside of there.
cool.
That's a cool design.
I saw someone do something kind of similar but opposite, like the corners were marked off
Hmm.
or sectioned off so that they could
Right.
have like one of those little beds that's inside like the closet, you know? And
Oh,
then they
that's
had like the
cool.
string lights hanging across them. Oh, it was so cute.
Yeah. Oh, and I was able to get a retro TV from her.
Nice. Those are the best.
Yeah, they're so cute. I love these. So yeah, this is her
That's
little
awesome.
place. I thought it
Yeah.
turned out really
Really well
cute.
done.
Yeah.
The one thing I didn't
It's so
do with
fancy.
it, maybe I didn't add like any ceiling items, with
Oh,
this
you
one.
added the little talking. I always forget
Yeah,
to polish stuff.
I always forget to polish things, but when I did the little talking thing, because I was like, oh, this makes so much sense for the TV.
Yeah, it really does.
Yeah.
Though I did remember to do it. Clay wanted a really spooky one, and so I made everything kind of like foggy and scary. It worked out nicely.
Oh yeah, that's cool. So yeah, this is Pearl's little house.
Ace
Hey,
is
Abby.
crafting a leaf.
Sergio, you got a
Leafy.
fan in the chat.
Oh yeah.
Yep, you're Abby's fave.
Aw.
Yeah, Pearl's house is cute. Let's see.
Uh,
Oh my goodness, we should see my first designs.
I need to go back and redo some of the
I
first design.
100% need to go back and redo
Mm.
some. Specifically, I've never gone back to do like an exterior for Eloise.
Oh, yeah.
And there's so many like limits and stuff that you have in the beginning, so
Mhm.
a lot of my first designs are like they need some fixing.
Mhm.
All right, let's see. Let's go to an early one. My new ones are all like so good. I did this inventors workshop is pretty fun, but let's see.
Ooh, Inventor's Workshop.
I want to go see Eloise's. I don't even remember where I put her on the map. Oh, yep, she's in the middle of nowhere. Hi, Eloise. I'm not going to talk to you, but I thought I did a decent job with the inside, though.
Oh, you gotta do the outside.
More
You'll get more
pokey.
yeah.
pokey though.
That's
Yeah.
true.
I can't wait to do a happy home episode with you guys.
Yeah. So yeah, this is her little interior. All of the new stuff is so cute.
Oh.
Oh, cozy.
Yeah, she wanted a little reading nook, right? Is that what she
Yeah.
wanted?
Yeah.
So I just gave her books and bread.
What else do you need in life?
Nothing else.
Nothing.
She's got it. She's set.
Oh
See,
wow.
she's totally. She doesn't care
Nice.
that the exterior of her house is nothing.
She's not leaving her house.
She's perfectly happy with
Mm.
her book nook.
Book Nook. That's what Nook needs to go into the book business.
Exactly. It could be called like Nookazon or something. Just kidding. That exists. All right. I want to show you my inventor's workshop. It's kind of mad scientisty, but I mostly go off of just like what I find an interesting thought. Oh, so Marlo wants to pretend he's one of those big fancy movie stars. That's
Oh.
fitting, Marlo. All right, let's see. We will go to Inventor's Workshop. There's a used bookstore in Tabstown called Book Nook.
Aw.
All right, so it's kind of like mad scientisty. It's rainy here.
Whose is this?
This is what's his name? Jacob.
Mm. He wanted to be a mad scientist?
He wanted to be, he said Inventor's Workshop.
Oh, okay.
And so I made it all inventy. He's got all these boxes and things where he's working on stuff.
He's
But
so cute.
he's got his boat, how he got here. Oh, I didn't know you could hop
Oh,
across to this. What? That just blew my mind.
Oh, I didn't know that.
nice.
That's cool. That makes
I
that
Nice.
guess they
space
would
even
you would
better.
have to.
That's
That's so
amazing.
cute.
All right. And then the inside, I did some polishing, so everything's all electrified.
That's so cute. That was a good stretch, buddy.
Oh wow.
So yeah, things got pretty
Yeah,
wild
he's
in
got
here.
going. Yo, wow, yeah. That doesn't look safe.
Because it's raining outside. He's got a leak somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
That
bit of a
is not up to
hazard, but
code, let me tell you.
That's not up to code.
you know, he makes ends meet. He's doing all right. Yeah, that was a fun one to design. It's raining, everything's electrified. It wasn't electrified earlier. It just happened after the thunder hit,
Oh
you
no.
know.
You better get
Like
out.
Frankenstein again. He's doing it on purpose. Safer than cephalopod's pod. That's true, Tab.
Very
Don't want to
true.
get in that death trap.
All right. I'll show you all one more. I don't know which one to show you though. Let's take a look. Is there a faster way to go to these places?
I have no clue.
Because it just, every time I talk to
Must be
Nico, he's
fun.
like, the only option is I want to go back.
Yeah. That's good that you get to talk to Nico.
That's true. Nico is the best. Okay. Who should I show you? Oh, Poncho's is pretty cute. I haven't shown this one. I haven't come back here. But he wanted like a little western place. He's got his little crops here. He wanted this here, so it was kind of like I had to put it. So, the little gas station thing.
Mm,
And then
like
he's
there
got a
will be blood.
well with a dead body, of course. Oh, they move? I didn't know this.
What moves?
The little skeleton when you click
Oh
on it.
yeah, they like roll back and forth. Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Hmm.
He's got some horses, of courses. A little place where he does all his hanging out with the family over on his ranch.
On his ranch.
And then the interior is nighttime exterior.
Ooh,
So
like
yeah,
Oklahoma.
just another little place where he's hanging out.
Oh, what a beautiful morning.
Yeah,
Oh, cozy. I like that.
Nice.
yeah, a little private campsite.
That looks good.
Yeah, this was a fun one. I really like the very thematic ones.
Yeah.
You know what I need to do though?
Mm.
I need to scan in Nico's Amiibo card and make him
Edwin,
a
I know, Edwin, I cannot wait for that. That has to happen.
Nico
Nico
Build-A-Bear.
Build-A-Bear. Yes.
Oh, that would be good.
Ah.
Nah. I want a Wardell so I can just like lay on it when I'm reading a book.
That
I want it to
would,
be as big as me.
yes. Okay, I want Wardell too. Both of them. Both of
Tab is singing with me.
them. All right. Well, I guess we can call it for now. I've got to get dinner going. Help Jackie study a little bit more.
I got my granola. I'm good to go.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We're gonna keep doing the podcast live here every Sunday. Sometimes YouTube, sometimes Twitch. We'll let people know over on the Discord, so you can all hop in, hang out with us. But this was fun. It was nice to come back and do some stuff on YouTube. I know it's been a while. This
Yeah.
will probably go unlisted, but I'll make a little playlist and share it on the community tab so people can find it. But the full episode, without our faces, the usual recording, will go up on the Haken Podcast YouTube channel. You can check it out over there. And of course, it'll go up on podcast platforms as normal. And yeah, Nina, she feels like playing some Sea of Thieves now. So we got to let her do that. She's got her Sea
I
of
gotta
Thieves
go
shirt.
sink some boats.
It is a cool shirt. I might just
Thank
want.
you.
I'm gonna start playing the
Yeah.
game just so I can wear
logo
the
is
shirt.
so good. Like it's the eyes are ships, a ship and a rock.
Yeah,
Can you
it's
see
a
that?
great logo. Hmm.
That Rare knows what they're doing.
Yeah, Rare. They need to make Banjo-Kazooie 3.
Some
Um,
more Dixie Kong stuff.
I need Nintendo to
Oh,
just buy them back and tell them to make Diddy
all
Kong Racing
right.
2.
Yes, right.
Nintendo can't afford them anymore. They're working with Disney now.
I Nintendo also worked with Disney. You see that Mickey Mouse keychain on that Sora sword?
When are
Just
we getting that game? I want to replay all of the Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, they're coming in cloud versions. It's not going to be like the real thing.
But they are coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why don't
No,
you just get
they.
them on
Yeah.
your laptop? Aren't they on like Steam now at
Are
this point?
they? I could look. I've
I
got it
think
open.
I think they're on Xbox Game Pass too, so I've been
Oh,
tempted to
I
play
don't have
them.
that.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Yeah. But I mean, Nintendo's working with them. They got one little keychain on that sword.
Kingdom Hearts is not on the Steam store.
Mickey, yeah, they weren't gonna drop any money to get all the Disney assets. I'm just
Mm.
like, how interesting would it be to see Goofy and Donald in the background of a stage on a Super Smash Brothers?
Yeah, right.
It's never gonna happen.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you everybody for hanging out with us. It was lots of fun. I guess we can't raid on YouTube. That's not a thing. But for now, just go hang out with some people, have some fun, have a good time. Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Why?
That's all I got to say.
Go
Bye.
join our Discord.
Yeah,
Bye.
join the Discord. Bye.
Bye bye.